Good evening, everyone. What a crowd. This is incredible, isn't it? This evening we are going to install new officers to provide leadership. But I can tell you by looking at this Lions Club, San Diego forever, they have had fantastic leadership or they wouldn't be where they're at, right? You bet. You know, my wife, past district, Julie Crawford, and I traveled all over the world with Lions. And I heard many times from a lot of folks out there, they would look at me and say, are Lions still relevant? Is community service still a relevant thing? I mean, after all, we have the safety nets out there now, and is it really something that makes a difference? I'm here to tell you that it is. The president, Brian Sheehan, says, together we can. We can accomplish virtually anything when we put our hands together. I have a simple definition of the word volunteerism, which all of us engage in. Volunteerism is the voice of the people put into action. That's what we do. These actions shape and mold the present into the future, of which we as Lions can be very proud. We've got a proud history, a proud past, and I would invite every one of you to look at that new pin, the new ones that we just pinned on you. You will see there's a lion facing forward for what we intend to do in the future, but you'll also see a head there that faces back over a proud, proud history that we've got over 100 years serving mankind. You know, I'll share with you a little, it's a kind of like a Chinese saying. When I was in Hong Kong, they took me out on a tour of the harbor, and there's two giant stone lions out there. And the little lady that was giving us the tour and telling us about the place, she'll say, you notice that one of the lions has got its mouth open. And the other lion on the other side has got its mouth closed. She said, that's so the lion with the mouth open can take in the money, and the closed lion so it doesn't pass out. I advise you to take a look at your pin, and us lions, both mouths are open. We take it in, but we pass it right back out. That's what we're all about. Lions International and around the world, we serve youth. We serve the vision impaired. We provide services to all those less fortunate. We literally turn dollars and hours over to the community for their use. I like to think that anybody can make a buck. We've all been able to do that. That's a pretty easy thing. But it takes a lion to make a difference. That's what we do. We make a difference in lives in our community every day. And you know, this club here really seems to have a passion for membership. And membership is what you need to do service in our communities out there. The hands is what does that service. And I like to think the reason we have these lions, and the reason you have the number of lions that you do, is because you serve those members. Now, we don't only serve the community, it's important that we serve our members as well. How do we serve them? We provide them with an opportunity for social and business networking. We provide them with leadership development. There are those individuals who will tell you they've gone through our leadership activity and moved up through the ranks. Our past district governors, a lot of which are sitting here, and new governors that we have, and you new Lions will realize this is probably one of the best leadership outfits in the country. You can go to any school you want to go to out there, and nowhere else can you find anyone that will teach you the skills to get others to follow you and do what it is that you've convinced them they should do with no more of a reward than a pat on the back. That's all you have to give. And when you develop that talent, you have truly developed the talent. That's what we promote out there. I talk to a lot of Lions every day. They'll tell you the first time I ever had an opportunity to use Robert's Rules of Order, was at my club meeting. They'll tell you the first time I ever approached a podium was at a Lions meeting. The first time I ever had the opportunity to try to encourage anyone to accomplish a project was in the Lions group. Those are wonderful skills. You know, I always crack up when I see these people out there. They say, this coach is the greatest leader in the world. He coaches this team or that team. No. Let me give people $10 million a year and I get them to do almost anything. Oh, when you only give them a pin to put on the front or a pat on the back, and you can get them to accomplish a task, those are true leaders. Lions Club's International Foundation, we've contributed, since it was formed in 1965, we've contributed more than $1 billion throughout the world. San Diego Forever, with Lions Clubs International this past year, gave $6,000 to Lions Clubs International. And this is one club. And how many clubs, do you remember how many clubs that we just heard Jose tell us that we have out there in the world? 49,000. So just multiply that out, even anything close to that number, and you get some idea of what we do, what our impact is throughout the world. But San Diego Forever is truly an exquisite club. Our site work is known throughout the world. Our club, and I'm sure just like yours, you provide site gatherings and site work throughout the community on a regular basis. You folks collect glasses. My club in Encinitas last year collected 56,000 pair of used glasses and put them through to be passed on back out to the community, to those less fortunate. San Diego Forever also has a major used eyeglass collection program. With youth, how many of you have been involved in Lions Quest or heard of Lions Quest? We have trained over 500,000 educators around the world to work with youth, and they've taught and graduated more than 12 million youth in things such as character development and social and emotional learning skills. Community service is where we're at. San Diego Forever participates in the Diabetes Awareness Month, promotes health and wellness through Zumba and hot hula and line dancing, held a Health Awareness Day at Balboa Park this past year, engages in environmental projects by collecting plastic, cans, and newspapers. I've gone through just a few of the things that Lions participate in, what we do every day. So I ask you, are Lions relevant? You bet we are. With that, Lions was formed here in America. It was formed in 1917. We're a little over 100 years old at this point in time. Our founder, Melvin Jones, said it very simply. Just getting together for lunches and getting together to enjoy each other's company is wonderful. But you'll never get far in the world until you learn to do something for somebody else. And from there, that's where Lions went. And America has always been that way. Help as much as you can. Give others a hand. I have a little poem here I'd like to read to you. It's called America Speaks. I'm fruited plains and mountain streams, farmers, truckers, baseball teams, and cotton fields and desert sands, marching armies and praying hands. My blood and sweat and pilgrim tears, a faith that's stronger than all my years. I'm astronauts and soldiers brave, red roses on a hero's grave. I'm north and south and blue and gray,